All right, and we should be live in a second. So I've got my normal streaming setup here tonight, so super awesome there. And I apologize once again for not telling everybody that I was going to stream because it was a last minute thing. I was doing some stuff today and I was getting ready to shoot a video, and I'm like, you know what? It's Christmas Eve. I want to hop on. I want to talk to some people, tell everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that wonderful stuff, and hang out with you guys for a little bit before we roll into Christmas. Bionic, hey man, how's it going? Sorry, I know I messaged you the other day. I said I was going to be out there, but I ended up changing my plans like 12 hours before I left, so I'll be out there in January, but everything's already booked. But I'll talk to you about that later. Yes. Hello, Darren. Hello, Kyle. Melvin. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day. I know we're in the eve of Christmas Eve here now, because of course Christmas is tomorrow. Frank, hello. Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here. Happy holidays to everybody. And yeah, so like I was saying, I was going to put a video out this evening. I didn't do one this morning. I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter, but I ended up getting a new vehicle yesterday. So the time that I would normally put into creating a video, I ended up being at the dealership for like 4.5 hours. So that was a long day. But yeah, I wanted to hop on and do a live stream. And this whole week, my schedule has been like completely messed up. Like I could have sworn today was Saturday and yesterday was Friday. Like it's, I've been off this week. I took some time off from work. So I was like, yeah, I'll take the week off and I'll shoot some videos, which I haven't done. And yeah, just get ready for Christmas. So hopefully everyone, hopefully you're all having a good time. Hopefully, I know, depending on where people are at, there's a lot more restrictions than others with regard to spending time with family and friends and people from other households. So hopefully, in whatever area you are, whatever your capacity is, and whatever you can do, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday and can celebrate it the best way that you can. So, probably won't spend, I don't know if I'll spend an entire hour doing a live stream tonight, but we'll be here for a little bit. And it was mostly just to hop in, hang out, talk about some stuff, maybe some favorite Christmas movies and things like that. I might talk some tech. I did get some cool things in. Actually, I got this Lenovo Duet Chromebook, which I've never actually had a Chromebook before. So this is going to be interesting. I'm normally a PC guy, and I'm using the Mac Mini, which actually has been absolutely fantastic. And I'll test that thing out. But yeah, hey, more people in here. Digital Slang, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Melvin, Little Gesture, thank y'all for being here tonight. Yes, it is cool. So I was talking earlier. I actually ended up being on another live stream, and hopefully this video works out better than last time. I was, when I was streaming more often a couple weeks ago, because I've been super crazy busy with work, so I haven't been able to stream as much, and I've been making a lot more videos than usual. I was using that Panasonic camera, and now I'm using my Sony a7 II, which it seems to be working okay. I got all the settings stuff fixed, so it doesn't show all the garbage all over the screen, and then also like the indicators and the status symbols and all that stuff. But I tested it out because I was on a live stream with like Zach Talks Tech and Renee Ritchie and Viper and El Jefe and some of my other friends earlier, and I gave this a whirl for the first time, and it worked pretty good. So I'm streaming from my regular PC tonight instead of on the MacBook, because the stream the other day was absolute pants. Like, it was terrible. So everybody who hung around for that the other day and that mess, y'all are the real heroes. So yeah, probably gonna watch some videos tonight. I did watch the first Die Hard the other day, which of course, there's a lot of debate on that, whether it's a Christmas movie or not. I tend to think it is. Maybe some of y'all have differing opinions, but I think that the Die Hard movie is a Christmas movie. Do I think the movie is about Christmas? No, absolutely not. But it's one of those movies that's been so widely accepted now that everybody watches it for Christmas. It might as well be a Christmas themed movie because that's when everybody watches it. Like every every year it's like, gonna watch Die Hard for Christmas. So I'm actually gonna watch Die Hard 2 tonight. I haven't watched that one in a while. Yeah, Joe, I've seen them. I mean, like my kids use them, but the thing is like the Chromebooks that they have are absolute garbage. They're like the cheap ones that the school issues. This one is quite a bit better. So I'm actually really hopeful for this one. I'm looking forward to giving it a whirl and testing it out. So we'll see. I'm going to review it. I'm going to test it out. And I mean, I've got a really solid PC background and kind of learning about Mac and stuff now. So we'll see. But yeah, it offers some decent things that it brings to the table. So I mean, I think that they definitely have a place in in the computer world. They're very good at what they do, especially if you get ones that have the hardware to push them. Because some of them, you can get like $99 Chromebook. I mean, yeah, it's gonna do all right, but I mean, how good do you really expect a laptop or a Chromebook to be that's like $100? So once you start getting like the $300 and $400 category, like they do some pretty good things. So I'm looking forward to testing that out. I'm trying to get my hands on a Xiaomi Mi 11. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, just because my PR rep doesn't have any information on them yet, or they're not telling me, which either one of those are entirely plausible. But I'm hoping to be able to get my hands on one, but it probably won't be immediately, because they're supposed to announce it on December the 28th, which is just a couple days away from now. And today's the 24th, so we're talking 4 days. So what? Friday, Saturday, Monday? That's pretty cool. And the reason that it's pretty cool is because it has a Snapdragon 888 in it, which this is the first one that's going to have the Snapdragon 888. So I'm really, really excited about that. And then not too far beyond that is going to be the new Samsung Galaxy S21 series phone, which will also have the Snapdragon 888. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that's coming down the pipeline in the phone world for Android. I mean, Android they shot their shot for the year. They announced all their phones pretty much. I mean, maybe there might be a surprise this spring, but as far as right now, all their stuff came out a couple of months ago. So we're going to start spooling things up earlier than usual, because normally we don't hear anything on the new Samsung phone till like February, March timeframe. So it's going to be very interesting hearing about that in January. But what's also exciting is that CES is like January the 11th through like the 14th. And I'm already registered for that stuff. I'll be doing that stuff. So I actually kind of wanted to reach out and maybe do a poll to see how interested people are in CES coverage when it comes to videos. Like I went to CES in January this year, and I didn't cover it. There were like a couple of videos I made about things that were there. Like they had, like I went and saw the original Fold there, and I saw like the Huawei Mate Pro or whatever that folding one is, and then the Flex Pi. So I mean, there was a couple exhibits there that I did some video footage on, but I didn't like just do like CES recaps or CES coverage. So I don't know. I might see about that. Joe Joaquim, I'm waiting for the new BlackBerry. Really excited, using the LG Velvet at the moment. I have my Key 2 LE on my shelf. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And Onward Mobility actually put out an email, but they didn't say anything at all in the email. It was just like a thank you email, and it was like a more direct way for people to give feedback, which I'll log into my email real quick, and I'll share the link with you guys in the event that y'all like want to reach out and say hi or give them any information or stuff like that. But yeah, they went ahead and they sent this out. So it says, welcome to a faster, bolder, more secure approach to mobility. As the year draws to a close, we'd like to take a moment to thank you for your interest in onboard mobility. It's the first step toward mobile invincibility. It's no secret 5G devices and the technology to ensure data security will revolutionize the way enterprise and industries conduct business. In the coming weeks and months, Onward Mobility will announce new details about the exciting work we're doing to help make you more productive, more efficient, and more secure than ever before. Unstoppable force that you are, you're probably one step ahead of us with questions, needs, and insights about how Onward Mobility can help your business, and we have a solution for that too. We've already heard back from a number of you. Thank you for your feedback and contributions. For those of you yet to do so, please simply follow us on social media or shoot us an email, and here's the email address. and let us know what you're thinking. Here's to enjoying a tremendous holiday season and heading into the new year, focused, on point, and determined to create with us a more secure and more successful future. So that's what they had to say. And let me go in here. Here's the email. So if you guys want to send them an email with your ideas, your thoughts, your suggestions, or whatever in the world, there it is. And I'm happy to share that with you guys, because I know some people, I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I've got this idea. Hey, can you pass this along? Hey, I'd like to talk to these guys. So there you go. That's it. Cannot wait at onwardmobility.com. And I've got some thoughts and some ideas about some of the meaning behind these things, and also, because sometimes they put stuff out and it's cryptic, but I think one of the most important things here is they said that there's going to be more information in the coming weeks and months. Obviously, we know months. Weeks is pretty soon. And, I made my video the other day talking about how we haven't heard anything yet and that's totally fine. And I put out that I think, maybe I think it would be great to hear something at CES. I think that would be a great opportunity for them to share some things. So, CES kind of fits into the weeks category. So I'm really excited. I'm like super crossing my fingers, hoping that they have something to share there. And if they do, of course, y'all know that I will be all over it. And of course, I will share that with you guys. But right now, wrong pocket. I've actually been bouncing around and using my Key 2 LE some more. And the Key 2 LE, it's actually funny. It's my favorite of the 4 BlackBerry mobile devices. Like, even though I've got the Key 2, the Key 2 LE is my favorite. And I think one of the things I like about it the most is I don't worry about messing it up. Like, it's made out of polycarbonate, it's made out of plastic. It feels a lot like the older BlackBerries. Like when you had the BlackBerry Bold, the Pearl, the Curve, we didn't care about screen protectors and putting cases on our phones. We just put them in a pouch if we had one. But this one feels nice and rugged and durable, and it's also not super crazy expensive. So if anything happens to it, I mean, I guess I could get another one, or I've got the regular Key 2. But this one, I really enjoy it, and I like the tactility, the feedback on the keys, the way that the key press is. Like, this one is just my favorite. And it's got the Snapdragon 636 in it, which is no slouch. I mean, it is a decent little increase over the 625 that was in the Key 1. What's also important is if you're a Key 2 or a Key 2 LE holder, there was a security patch update put out this last week. So as of right now, my BlackBerry Key 2 LE is got a security patch current as of November of 2021. November 2020. And my Key 2 actually got a security update for December 5th. And I think that's really important because there's a lot that goes into this whole BlackBerry venture thing. So they've got to put the phone out, of course. But if they don't follow on and provide the software updates, the security patches, and make sure everything is relevant like a BlackBerry phone should be, then I think they've got to get things right. So if they say we're going to give you monthly security patches, or if they say we have the most secure phone in the world, but they're giving you security patches like every 2 or 3 months, that's not a warm fuzzy. That's not something that inspires confidence, because Google's putting out monthly updates, Samsung's putting out monthly updates. So in the Android world, you really need to be on top of that. So I'm thinking that, they've kind of got things spinning up. They've got the software team, because BlackBerry, as far as I know, is going to be responsible for that. So they're going to be pushing the software stuff to the hardware. FIH is building the hardware, and like Onward Mobility is really just kind of like the marketing and front office to make all of this happen in this joint venture. So I'm excited. And, it's the little things. Like, it's the little things that tell you, like, hey, here's some writing on the wall. Here's some of the signs. As we get closer, then more and more things are going to be happening, and I'm really, really, really crossing my fingers for CES. I'm hoping we see something there, and if we don't see something there, I would imagine by February sometime we will hear something, especially if they're talking about weeks. I mean, what is weeks? I mean, is it 2 weeks? Is it 5 weeks? Once you get over like the 7-8 week mark, you're talking about months. So that, to me, it sounds like January, maybe early February, something might happen there. So I'm really excited about that. I know a lot of people are really excited about the new BlackBerry coming next year, and fortunately the Key 2 and the Key 2 LE are still relevant right now. and I'm hoping they're going to continue to patch those all the way up to the point that this new one comes out. So that would be good. Hamazon, yeah. So you can email whatever you want there. There's no limitation. I mean, I wouldn't email them and tell them what your favorite sandwich is or how you like or don't like pineapple on your pizza, but that email is for people to reach out, and you can drop ideas there. I mean, I don't know what ideas they're going to accept at this point, because I would imagine that they probably kind of solidified on a design that they're going to go with now, but that's what they said in the email. So it says, for those of you yet to do so, follow them on social media and shoot them an email, let them know what you're thinking. So if you got some ideas, that they've been happy to receive feedback and contributions from the community, so go ahead. And like I was saying a minute ago, a lot of people reach out. Like, I get emails from people who are like, hey, I've got this great idea. Can you share it with Peter next time you talk to him? Or, hey, I really think that this would be cool, or I'd like them to do this. I think these would be really good ideas. Can you pass this along? So this kind of like cuts out the middleman, and they're probably going to listen to me anyway. I mean, I'm sure if I had a one-on-one conversation, or I gave them an idea, and when it first came out, I did send off ideas. Like, I sent them an email. I'm like, hey, I'd like to see this. I like this idea. So yeah, I've not had any top-level discussions with these guys with regard to what the phone's going to look like, or anything other than my interview that I had with Peter previously. But yeah, I'm as blind as you guys are on this, but there are things that we know. We know that they said it's going to come out in the first half of 2021. We know it's going to have 5G. We know that it's going to have a physical keyboard that's going to be running Android, but that can be a lot of things. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately, especially as I've been using my Key 2 LE or even my Key 2 more. I miss having a bigger screen when I use those phones, and I don't want to, not tremendously bigger, but I like having a wider screen. This 4.5 inch screen is very capable on the Key 2 and the Key 2 LE, but I would like for it to be just a little bit wider, and I think that would be better, because a lot of times when I'm using my BlackBerry, or one of the things I appreciate the BlackBerry is, I'm doing a lot of productivity, a lot of typing, a lot of texting, a lot of social media interaction. So yeah, I think that it's important, just like with the motto with the Passport, was to work wide. It was like a full 160 characters wide, which was like 6 characters off of like the ideal size with the amount of characters displayed for optimum work and for reading. So I would really like to see something like that moving forward. Juan Luis, as long as it has a nice physical keyboard like the Key 2, I'll buy it. Yeah, I mean, the bar is kind of low for me. I just want any new BlackBerry at this point. I'm really hoping for a very good one, though. Like, I hope that they're going to build a good phone. I think they're going to build a good phone. Like, I've got confidence in these guys. So I think that it's going to be just fine. But yeah, it's been over 2 years since we've got a new phone. I'm about ready for a new one. I don't know about you guys. High Tech Redneck missed the physical keyboard. Yeah, a lot of people do. And I'm thankful I still have my Key 2 and LE. George Zanalis, do you think Key 2 LE will stay relevant in the future? Yeah, I mean, the Key 2 LE is a very relevant phone right now. And I was talking about this the other day with regard to the phone. It's running Android 8.1, but the great thing is everything still works on there. Everything. You can even play some games on there. So I'm not going to say that BlackBerry users don't play games, but I mean, it's not really the primary focus when you have a physical keyboard on your phone. But yeah, you're not going to be able to play like Fortnite, or you may be able to play PUBG on there in basic settings. But the Key 2 and Key 2 LE are certainly perfectly fine. You'll be able to do all your banking stuff, your Zoom, your Slack, your Twitter. I mean, all that stuff. It's running Android 8.1. I don't know how long that's going to be officially supported. But yeah, as of right now, you can do anything you want on there. So you're not really at a loss if you want to use one. It's just 2 years old, 2.5 years old. So you're losing out on, it's not the fastest processor. It's not the snappiest experience in the world. It's not as good as these new $1,000 flagships, but yeah, it'll probably be good for at least another 2 years. The World Tour. I can't say that was great. Goodness gracious. Miss Joe, hello. greetings from here in the U.S. Glad things are going good down there in Chile. I've always wanted to visit Chile. Like I've never been there before, but one day I want to visit Santiago. I've seen pictures. I've looked at stuff. Like it looks absolutely gorgeous down there. And since y'all are on the bottom half of the equator, I guess it's summer down there right now. And yeah, it's funny how that works. I was deployed to Kyrgyzstan back in 2010. I came back in January of 2011. It was like 30, 40 degrees up here. And I went down to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and it was like 96 when I got off the plane. And when I had been in Kyrgyzstan, it was negative 20 Fahrenheit when I left. So you can imagine going from negative 20 to 96 degrees in a matter of 2 days was absolutely terrible. And what's also funny is like the water is really cold down there too, because you're so close to the bottom part of the hemisphere, and then closer to Antarctica. I remember I was at the beach, out in Ipanema in Brazil, in Rio, and I ran out and I jumped in the water and was like half convulsing in the water trying to get out because it was 96 degrees, but the water was freezing. So it's really, really nice, really beautiful down there though. Yeah, so Juan Luis, thanks a lot for keeping us informed. Hey, you're very welcome, and glad to have you here from Costa Rica. I've never been there either. I've been a lot of places. I've been to where have I been? I've been to Belize. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Cozumel. I've been to I think it was part of Peru. Yeah, I've been to a couple of places down there before, but yeah, it's beautiful in South America. I like it. Colorado. Yeah, Colorado's a nice place. It's cold there right now. But yeah, so if there's any questions or anything I want to talk about tonight, I may not do this quite for an hour. Carlos Molina, greetings all the way over in California. Hopefully you're staying safe out there right now. I know there's still some fire stuff going on. I've got some friends that are impacted by that right now. And you wouldn't even think that. It's so weird. It's snowing and frozen in half of the U.S. and California still has like wildfire issues in December. So hopefully you and your family are all right. All right, from Hamazan. Do you think applying a physical keyboard is an attraction for new consumer who's trying a BlackBerry? I think moving forward towards an all-touch is the way to go. I think that the physical keyboard is an absolute attraction. Right now, people are looking for different things. And one of those just happens to be BlackBerry, which has the best phone keyboards in the world. Like right now, let me grab this. Right now, novel form factors are in, like this guy right here that does this. People are really interested in having those things. Or back here, somewhere. Or like right here. People are interested in phones that do this. People are not so interested in phones that look like this. So I think that by having the best-in-class physical keyboard on a phone, I think that this fits in line with this when it comes to these new form factors we're looking at for 2021. So BlackBerry does it best. They do it better than anybody else. They've got a great reputation. So I think that the physical keyboard definitely is something that people are going to want. And I think that's going to make people want to check it out. Beforehand, people loved keyboards, but then the touchscreen keyboards got a lot better, but you didn't have to sacrifice the real estate. If they can find a way in 2021 to give us an ample amount of screen real estate, but also, see, I don't look at this as taking away from the phone experience because it has less screen. I look at this as adding a more dynamic experience on the phone as opposed to having a full screen. And if you spend a lot of time typing on your phone, and I'm not talking about Snapchat, I'm not talking about texting your buddies and your friends, I'm not talking about Slack, I'm talking about doing real work. Like if you're typing emails, if you're drafting a document, if you're trying to edit or revise something on the go, a Google document, if you're doing a lot of social media and a lot of tagging because you're a creator like I am, I spend a lot of time hitting backspace and having to move all over the place trying to fix stuff when I'm trying to do social media posts. I get tired of all the autocorrect garbage. I get tired of the, not just the autocorrect garbage, when you use Instagram, it doesn't do autocorrect. So you're hitting this stuff, and it's like your tags are getting all sorts of messed up. The precision and the accuracy for being able to do social media posts on a physical keyboard to me is priceless. And that's one of the reasons I've been using it, because whenever I'm sitting around responding to stuff, when I'm typing things out, it makes life so much easier. And I do have a super chat here. Thank you so much, Ed, for the $20 super chat. Absolutely didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Merry Christmas, and thank you tons. And I hope you're having a Merry Christmas as well, buddy. And such a girl, I'm a realtor and I do everything on my phone. Yeah, a lot of people do so much stuff on their phones. I live and breathe on my phone. I am always on it, whether I'm checking my stocks, whether I'm replying to tweets, whether I'm uploading stuff or responding to comments on YouTube, whether I'm doing work email. I always have my phone open, and even when I'm doing regular work. So having something that's as precise and accurate and efficient as a physical keyboard is priceless to me. I don't care about this. If I actually advocate for something very similar to like the classic, like here, I've got my BlackBerry Porsche. I would happily use this right here with a 3.1-inch screen on it. I would use this as my primary phone if it had an up-to-date operating system I could use and it had an all-day battery. Like, I would totally do that. I don't care if it's 4.5 inches. Now, would it be nicer? I think that the best thing that we can do here is I would like to have a keyboard about this size, because I think this is pretty good, maybe just slightly bigger. Like if they made it just a little bit wider to match up with the screen, and if they made the screen a little bit wider and cut maybe an inch off it, like I would be happy with like a 3.7-inch screen and a wider, or maybe a 4-inch screen, and then a wider aspect ratio keyboard. I think that would be perfect. Ed, got a bounce, wanted to stop in and spread some cheer. Hey, thanks a lot, man. And again, I hope you and your family have a wonderful Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Y'all stay safe. And thanks so much for the super chat and all your support. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I think that would be good. I think that would be really, really ideal. And moving forward, we'll have to see what happens and what we end up with. But these guys are, they do this stuff for a living. I mean, FIH, they make phones. They know what people want. OnMore Mobility and BlackBerry working together. I'm sure they've done some research groups and all that good stuff. So I expect to see a good phone. The biggest thing that I have out there, question mark wise, is the quality control and how good is the keyboard going to be. Because when you look at stuff like the BlackBerry mobile experience, the quality control just wasn't that great. It didn't hold, like the phones, some of them don't hold up like the older ones do. So that concerns me. And also the other thing that concerns me, is the keyboard. Is it going to be good? I mean, it should be. I think that it will be. But I don't worry so much about the hardware. Like, hardware is so good now. When you look at hardware from 2 or 3 years ago, yeah, it was much more questionable, but now it's like there's so much good stuff. You could have a 7 series Snapdragon processor, and it's going to be a really good experience. So I don't worry about that. To answer your question, Hamazan, this is a Lenovo Duet Chromebook. So Lenovo sent this to me. I actually got it like a day or two ago, and I'm really excited about this. I've never had a Chromebook before, and this one actually seems to be a pretty decent Chromebook. It's got some good marks. Some people seem to like it. But it's got a detachable keyboard on it. Also has a built-in stand, I think. IPS, Full HD, plus panel, narrow bezel, long battery life. I mean, it's got a MediaTek P60, which I've reviewed in several phones before. So, I mean, that should be snappy enough. 7,000 milliamp battery, 10-inch screen. I'm 4 gigabytes of RAM. I'm really looking forward to testing it out. And I'm glad that I've got a relationship with T-Mobile now. I'm not T-Mobile, Lenovo now, because they sent me that tab for me to review and also this. So I'm hoping to do some of that stuff and work with them more. But yeah, StarLab laptop. I'm not familiar with that one. I don't know Zorin OS. But yeah, this will be cool. And I'm hoping to build some more relationships with companies. Yeah, so I think you can detach the keyboard somehow. I'm gonna shoot the unboxing portion of the video later here this evening once I get done here. So I'm gonna take it out and set it up so I can start testing it. but that's why it's sitting there. I moved it in here from out of the house so I could check it out. But yeah, that's just one of the things. I'm looking forward to working with some more companies here. If y'all haven't checked it out, I do have a giveaway going on right now that is sponsored by Jabra. So I've got the new Jabra 85H earbuds that they sent out to me. And whenever they reached out and got back with me, they're like, hey, we're going to go ahead and send you the 85Hs. I'm like, sweet, that's awesome. So I was like, hey, it's Christmas time, and the 75Ts are like really nice. And if you're sending me the 85Ts, then do y'all mind sending me a couple 75Ts so I can, do a giveaway for Christmas, so for my community? And they're like, yeah, that'll be great. We'll send you some of those out. So I'm going to post the link right here for you guys. And there's two of them. There's two sets of them, and they MSRP like $170, and they're on sale right now for like $119, which is an absolutely good deal. Like, these are the best earbuds of 2020 in my opinion. So I'm glad that I have two of these to give away. And the giveaway is going to end on Friday at 9 p.m. when I'll figure out who the winners are. So yeah, and hold on a second, and he's gone, dummy. Yeah, I like Nokia phones. I haven't messed with any of the new ones. The last one that I checked out was like the 8.1. So it was a good phone. I haven't gotten any of the ones recently. I have reached out to them, but they have not sent me anything to review. Hopefully I can meet with them at CES. And that's the thing, is like, CES is coming up here on January the 11th. So I'm really looking forward to meeting with them. I'm going to try and meet with Nokia and also some other brands, because the more of these brands that I can reach out to and meet with and talk to, hopefully they'll send me stuff to review, which is great, because they don't have to buy it. And then also, if there's things that people are interested in, I can cover more things. So that's just more options, because a lot of times people are like, hey, I'm interested in this, I got a question about that. Actually, I did get a company by the name of Earfun. They reached out to me today about their Pro Series earbuds. Are like $50 that have ANC, and I've heard really, really good things about them. So I was like, yeah, go ahead and send them to me. I'll review them. Amazon, it really depends. I've worked with some companies before where I have to send them back, and sometimes I get to keep them. So it just all depends. Most of the ones I've been sent lately, I have gotten to keep, but like I'm really trying to get Samsung to send me stuff, and I'm hoping to talk with them. Like, I've got their contact, but I've not been able to get them to send me anything yet. So I'm hoping I can meet with them over CES. But like, if they send me something, pretty sure I'm going to have to send it back. And that's just kind of a standard thing. Like, right now, I've got a Fujifilm camera that I got sent to review, and I got to send it back. Like, it's almost a $2,000 camera, and they sent me a $1,000 lens and a $900 lens to test it out. Like, I don't get to keep that. That's like $4,000 worth of camera stuff. And I like signed paperwork, like, here, I promise I will send this back to you. So yeah, it just depends. Yeah, if it's like a $200, $300, $400, $500 phone, then yeah, usually I get to keep them. And sometimes I give them away, or give them to my kids, or I keep them around so I can do follow-up stuff. But I've got like a whole stinking stack of phones sitting back there that I need to make follow-up videos on. But it just all depends. Anyway, I'll probably go ahead and get ready to wrap things up here. If y'all have any other questions or stuff that y'all want covered, I just wanted to hop on here and visit with you guys for a little bit, answer some questions. I really just wanted to take the opportunity to tell everybody Merry Christmas, of course, wish you happy holidays and all that good stuff, because it's that time of year, and it's special. And y'all guys, I appreciate the support from y'all, and I like to be able to visit with y'all and give back whenever I can. My 75 TSB returned. My right side stopped working. Should I get a refund or do an exchange? I would do an exchange. They are really good. They've been my go-to February. I'm reading stuff here. They've been my go-to headphones for the last year. Absolutely love them. And they're like 90% as good as the 85Ts. And they're even better than the 85Ts. in some areas. So my review of the 85Ts is going to come out next week. So I've been testing them out for over a week now. I like them, but 100%, if you were to ask me, should you get the 85Ts or the 75Ts right now? 90% of people I talk to, I would say buy the 75Ts. They are just so much more value for the money, and they sound almost identical. So I've heard of some people having issues with like one side messing up. I have not experienced that. I would say if you like them, exchange them and give it another try. I mean, if the next ones do that too, then I would find that very problematic and maybe move on to something else. And if you do decide to move on to something else, then feel free to leave a comment on a video, or you can DM me on Twitter, and I can give you some recommendations on other headphones if you decide to go that route, or earbuds. I'm going for a pupillage chambering in February. Any advice? Is that like an internship? Hamazan, I think if I remember correctly, you're in the legal profession or you're doing legal study. I'm guessing abroad. I've not heard of that before. It might be. Is that similar to like an internship? Carlos? No, there's no update right now. The only update there is that there was an email that was sent out that they were saying that they will have more information to share with us in the coming weeks and months. But as of right now, no, nothing, just happy holidays. And they gave an email. So the email, you can reach out if you want to contact them, if you've got questions or you got suggestions or feedback or anything like that. And I'll share that again because they sent that email out. Like if you're subscribed for updates on their email, this is not one that's exclusive where it's like, just me, Adam J. Matlock got it. Like a lot of people got this email. But you can use this email, and I don't know if you'll get a response. I don't know what will happen if you send an email there, but if you've got questions, suggestions, feedback, commentary, whatever, you can email them there. Yes, a new BlackBerry would be a very nice present. And hopefully this one comes out on par like it's supposed to, and maybe you can get one for Christmas next year. That would be amazing. I would expect that sometime during the middle of next year that the phone will be available, and then we'll have a fancy new BlackBerry to use. Okay. In preparation for practicing law in Malaysia where we've required. So the biggest suggestions that I have are, one, to listen. Those guys know what they're doing, and the reason they have these internships or this chamber or pupillage thing that you're doing is so you can go get some practical experience learning about the profession, the day-to-day life, and that's really important. Like there's a lot of academic knowledge that you pick up when you're in law school about being an attorney, being a lawyer, being a member of the legal profession. So listen to these guys. They'll steer you in the right direction. Take advantage of the time that you have there because it's going to be invaluable to you once you get out and start practicing. And the third thing I can say is really hammer down and get good at legal research. Legal research is like the foundation of most of what we do in the legal profession. You're always researching something. You have to know what the rules are so that you can try and argue your point and make sure that it's grounded in the law and to prove that you're right or they're wrong. So when you're doing your internship there, ask questions, pay attention, listen to what they say, and learn how to do your legal research. That's probably some of the most priceless foundation things that you can do that'll help you out as you get into the legal profession and start practicing on your own one day. But yeah, those are important things there. But well, I guess we're right about the 40-minute mark here. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. I'm going to go watch Die Hard 2 and wrap a couple more presents to get ready for Christmas tomorrow. But thank you, everybody, for stopping by tonight. Hopefully I was able to answer some of your questions. I'm glad I was able to visit and hang out with y'all for a little while. Again, have a merry and happy Christmas and holiday, whatever it is you celebrate. I hope that you can have a good time, and I hope that it's possible for you to spend time with your family. If it's not, reach out on Zoom, reach out on Google, on Duo, on FaceTime, whatever it is. Right now is an important time of the year, and we can't all be around our family right now. So, if you've got friends, you've got family, talk to them, visit however you can. Enjoy your gifts and your time and hopefully your food, because the holidays are a great time for food. And thanks I appreciate you being here. Y'all stay safe. Hit the like button on the video on your way out the door, and the subscribe button if you had a good time here and want to come back and get updates when I have new videos that come out. And I will have a video come out tomorrow as well, so when y'all get done at opening your presents and drinking your morning coffee and waking up from your kids waking you up, you'll have a video to watch. So thanks a lot, and y'all have a wonderful evening. Merry Christmas, and stay safe. I'll see y'all guys next time.